Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial for red hair. Obviously I don't have red hair, but I was asked to film this video. I am a makeup artist, so I'm going to be sharing all of my tips and tricks and recommendations for anyone with red hair. Whether your hair is dyed red or naturally red, I feel like this look works for either. So I hope you find this video helpful. Let's jump straight into it. Okay, so for red hair, I recommend sticking to warm tones. Obviously it can also depend on like your eye color and the tone of the red of your hair, but I feel like sticking to warm tones really complements red hair regardless of the tone. For the eyes, sticking with warm browns. For the face, warm peaches, peachy pinks, those sort of tones. So I feel like the look I'm doing today works for a very wide range of eye colors. So I'm going to start off with the base today. I did already prep my skin, so I went in with the Ordinary Micro Emulsion Lotion. I love that for under makeup. And then for foundation, I'm going in with the House Labs. I feel like for the base, I would just do what you prefer. Some people prefer a little more coverage. Some people like their natural skin to come through. It's going to be different for everyone. So I'm just going to be doing basically like I would say a medium coverage base today. So the shade I have in this one is number 30. It's Fair Golden. And I'm just gonna apply this everywhere. So if you have naturally red hair, I know a lot of people with natural red hair can sometimes have freckles. Some people, again, like letting the freckles show through. Some people like to cover and then draw on faux freckles after, which I might actually do just for fun. But yeah, it's going to be dependent on what you like for your base. Okay, we have our foundation. I'm going to go in with concealer. I got foundation all over me. Going in with concealer, I just have the Tower 28 in the shade BH. And I'm just going to apply it under the eyes, a little on the forehead, the nose, and again in the areas I need more coverage. So again, this is going to be personal preference depending how much concealer you want to go in with. You can always highlight with your concealer if you like. I also like to use my concealer as my eye primer, so I put it on the eyelid as well, a little on the edges here. Just any areas you feel like you need coverage. And then I'm just going to use the same sponge to blend. Okay, we have our base, so I'm going to work on complexion now, bronzer, blush, all that. So again, sticking to warm shades, I feel like a really nice warm bronzer works really nicely with red hair. So the one I have is from Rare Beauty, Happy Soul. I love the undertone of this one. It's like the perfect warm sort of undertone. I love this. I feel like whether I'm self-tan, whether I have my natural pale skin, I feel like it works for a lot of different skin tones. So I love this one. I love the formula as well. I feel like it's perfect for like a red hair look just because it does have that warm undertone. This will also depend on your skin tone, whether you're cool, warm, neutral, but I do feel like this undertone of this bronzer works with a lot of different undertones. Just gonna use my F4 from Makeup by Mario to blend. We're not really contouring today, just more bronzing. I'm just going to shape the nose a little bit. So I'm going to put a little more here and then kind of across the bridge. Okay, then for blush, I'm going to use Hope from Rare Beauty. So this is another shade that I feel like looks good with a lot of different skin tones. And I feel like it looks beautiful with red hair because it's that peachy pink undertone. I love this. This is my favorite shade from Rare Beauty. I just feel like it works with, like I said, a lot of different skin tones. It's like universally flattering. I always forget how pigmented this is, so I'm just going to go in with the one dot on each side to begin, and then just blending with my Sephora foundation brush. And I want to focus this mostly on the cheeks, and then we might put a little bit on the nose as well, because I feel like if we're going to do freckles, then that will look really cute. I'm just going to go in with whatever's left on the brush and sweep that across the nose rather than going in with more product. And then I do like to blend out with my sponge again just to soften it a little bit. If you've gone in with too much product, you can always do this as well. But I just feel like this kind of helps it blend into the skin. Okay, then I'm going to go in with my Makeup Forever pressed powder in the shade 1.1. And I'm going to just use a powder puff for this. I like to go into the product and press it on the back of my hand just to get the excess off. And then I personally like applying right under the eyes and the eyelid. I set like most of my face just because I do get a little bit oily and I have texture as well, so I do like the powders to like smooth everything out, but go ahead and set wherever you usually do. I usually will just leave the cheeks because I like that natural glow to come through. And I'm going to go on with like a powder. Usually I go on with a powder blush anyways to kind of set things down, but just going to kind of go on most of the face. Okay, I'm going to leave the complexion for now and move on to the eyes. So I'm going to use my Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette, the original palette. I feel like this has some really nice like warm tones in it. So I feel like this is going to be perfect for this look. But I'm just using a flat fluffy brush, and I'm dipping in with this nude shade here. This is just to kind of set everything down even more and just create a nice smooth base for the eyeshadow. We're doing a matte look on the eyes today, so there's not going to be any shimmers. You can definitely add shimmers if you like, but I do feel like a nice matte eye look looks really nice. Okay, then moving on to like a fluffier brush, I'm going to go in with... Okay, I'm actually going to switch between two palettes. So I have the Tartelette in Bloom and then the Makeup by Mario. So I feel like the Tartelette in Bloom has a nicer like light warm shade. So the shade I'm going to go in with is called Smarty Pants. It's the one that I've used most of. It's like the second row in the middle. I'm going to go in with that one. And this, I'm going to focus in the crease. I'm not coming in all the way, but focusing on the outer edge, kind of like a triangle, and then going up and around like halfway through the crease. I'm not going all the way in with this. I want to keep the center, what do you call it, the inner area lighter, and then just focusing the darker colors on the outside. Again, this is going to be dependent on eye shape, but I do feel like this is a pretty standard look that works for most eye shapes. Also going to be bringing that on the lower lash line as well. So just going in with a pointed brush. And I like to bring it in about, I would say 3/4 of the way in. So again, leaving that inner area. You basically just want to do the same colors that like on the bottom as you did on the top. Okay, going back in with the Makeup by Mario palette, I'm going to go in with this shade here. It's a really nice warm brown shade. And I'm just going in with a bit of a smaller, fluffier brush. We're going to be a little more precise with this part. Even smaller, but focusing it on the outer corner. This really just like lifts the eye. So you can see I'm kind of just doing circles on the outer corner. You can even do like a triangle like this. That works as well. And like kind of running along the lash line as well. And then I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to do this darker shade here right in the corner. And I'm just going to use the same brush that I used for the other darker color, and not with too much product. Always better to go in with less and then you can build it up. But I'm focusing this closer to the lash line right in the corner. I want to keep it really focused right along the lash line. You can kind of see that how it lifts the eye, adds a little bit of dimension. And then I'm just going to start to bring it up a little bit. So almost like a triangle, but it's longer along the lash line, and then just kind of like a tick up into the crease a little bit. And then I like to go in with the first fluffy brush that we used, and just, you can also do this with like a clean fluffy brush, but I like to just blend it all out together. You can smooth over any like harsh lines you may have gotten. And you can just keep building it up until you have the color or the amount of product that you like. You can build it up to more glam, do it more natural. And then I'm just going to go back in with that pointed brush and finish off the lower lash line. So going in with that second shade that we used. And for this shade, I'm just going to focus it on, I would say, like the outer half. So you can see you get smaller with each, like the darker the shade gets, the smaller the area gets, if that makes sense. And then going in with the darkest shade we use and putting that right on the outer quarter, I would say. I'm just going to go back in with this nude shade here. I'm just going to apply that where we have the nude color. This will just soften things a little bit, blend it out, make sure it's all blended, and smooth that area. So I want this area to be really like brightened is the word I'm looking for. And then just going again in with a fluffy brush. It can be clean or the first transition brush we used, and again just softening the edges. Okay, we are going to do a little wing today, so I want to keep the wing pretty small, but this will kind of lift the eye as well. I feel like this looks really pretty with red hair. So I'm going to keep the liner to the outer, I would say like outer third. I'm not going to go all the way in. I really like doing just the outer third. Again, depending on your eye shape, it's going to be different for everyone. But for my eye shape, I feel like doing the outer third, it just really lifts the eye. I'm going to use my Judy Doll Slim, what's it called? Slim Liquid Eyeliner. I have a black shade. You can definitely go in with a brown if you prefer. Usually on my eyes, because I have blue-green eyes, I usually go in with a brown, but I do feel like with red hair, black looks really nice. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this on camera, but let's try. I'm going to focus right here. And I always find it really hard to do a small wing. I'm going to try my best. So the way I personally like to draw a wing is I kind of outline the edges. You can like do this with powder first. If you're not as confident with eyeliner, trace it out with powder first to get the shape, and then you can go on top with the liquid. Or sometimes I even just do my eyeliner with a powder. So whatever you prefer. So I've got my like basic shape here. I'm just going to go ahead and quickly finish it off camera just to make sure it's how I want it to be. But you can see I've kind of stopped on the outer third, and then we're doing a very small wing today. So I'm just going to quickly finish it. Okay, I finished eyeliner and then I went ahead and did mascara. I just used the YSL Lash Latex mascara in black. You can definitely go and put lashes on if you want more of like a lifted eye look. Even putting like individual lashes on the outer lash line looks really pretty and gives you even more of like a lifted, elongated look. So play around and see what works with your eye shape. It's going to be different for everyone. I personally don't usually wear lashes. I just like to have my natural lashes, but go ahead and do what you think. I'm going to go ahead and do brows. I obviously do not have natural red brows, but go ahead and do what you usually do to your brows. I feel like a nice natural fluffy brow look looks really nice with red hair, but it's going to be dependent on your eyebrow shape. I personally have pretty thin, light brow hairs, so I'm going to probably just put a little bit of gel and fill in the areas that I need to try and keep it as natural as possible. But I'm just going to go in with the Super Lock Maybelline eyebrow gel and then my Charlotte Tilbury eyebrow pencil just to fill in and try and get a nice natural brow. Okay, let's finish the rest of the complexion. So I'm going to go in with bronzer. This is just the Rare Beauty Warmed Up Soft Matte Bronzer. The shade is Warmed Up. It's just a matte bronzer. I'm just going to apply that where I've already put my cream bronzer. This is just going to help set it in place, but also kind of bring the color back to life. I like to do a little bit on my jawline and chin as well. And then I did already put some bronzer on the nose, like with the cream, but I'm just going to take a little smaller brush and just shape the nose a little more. And this will also help to set things down too. And then I'm just going to top off the blush with my Charlotte Tilbury Rosewood palette. I don't want to go in with too much because I don't really want to alter the shade that I already have, but I feel like this will just, again, bring the color back out and set it down. So I'm just using an angled blush brush and just going to go directly where I've already put the liquid blush, and a little bit higher too, just to kind of blend things a little bit. And then I just want to blush. I want to brush the tiniest amount across my nose. Okay, let's do a little highlight. So I'm just using my Dior Universal Glow Highlighter palette. I'm first gonna go on the eyes. So I'm gonna be dipping into this golden shade and the white shade, and I'm just focusing it on the inner corner. I don't want to bring it too much up onto the eye for this look because I want this area to still stay matte, but I just want to open up the eye a little more. And then same, I'm gonna go under the brow bone, and then I'm gonna do a little bit on the face as well, just using a little fluffy brush. Using the same colors too. And then on the nose, you can go as glowy as you want or keep it more matte. Okay, then for the lips, I think a nice like peachy pink is going to really complement the hair and like the blush, everything we already have going on, sticking to those warmer tones. So I have here, I think you could either go in with, I have Hue from Makeup by Mario, or I have Rich Mauve. I think they're both going to look really nice with this look, but I think today, I think I'm going to go with Rich Mauve. I'm just going to line the lips with this color. I'm just going to use a brush to blend it and get it to the shape that I like. Depending on the look you're going for, just a flush of color on the lips looks really pretty as well, like more like a lip stain. Okay, then for lipstick, we're gonna go in with Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk. I feel like this is the perfect tone for this. And just focusing on the center. It's just the original Pillow Talk as well. Like that's like the perfect peachy pink undertone. I feel like they work really nice together. And then lastly, I'm going to do some faux freckles using my Tarte freckle stamp. I have it in light medium. You don't have to do this. You can absolutely skip this step. I just thought it'd be fun to throw some freckles on for this look. So use whatever you have. You can even use like a brown eyeliner. They work really nicely, but I'm going to use my little stamp here. I actually haven't used this in a while. I always get nervous before going in with like freckles just because once they're there, I feel like they're not moving. But I did do a little research on placement and everything. So I'm going to focus on doing like clumps of freckles. I want them to look as natural as possible, but I'm just going to start stamping them on. And you can just like tap them out with your finger as well. Just kind of softens them a bit. Depending on the product you're using, sometimes you can tap it and it kind of like spreads it as well. This product, as soon as it's on the face, it kind of doesn't move too much. Okay, here is the finished look. I love how it turned out. I think it looks super cute. I know it might be hard to imagine because I don't have red hair, but I actually was trying to get a red wig for this video, but the one that arrived was not very good quality and it looked ridiculous. So I thought probably better to have my natural hair. Try out the look. Let me know if you do decide to try it out. Let me know what you guys think of this look. It was really fun to film as well and just play around and do some different makeup to what I usually do. So I really enjoyed it filming this for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. But as always, thank you so much for being here and watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!